Today we going to discuss next topic, that is module. So yesterday we had seen one diagram we had created. 1 second. Let me close this complete application. Okay. So yesterday we had discussed who is on the top level. Okay. PAINT. Okay. When we are starting NG survey, what is going on? Tell me. Which page will load first?
We search first. We search for Angular JSON dot JSON.
Okay. Yeah.
Then main file is
Main dot
open. main dot ts. Yes.
Okay. Next.
Bootstrap module.
Okay. Means inside main.ts it will search for bootstrap module. Correct.
Bootstrap module. After that,
BOOTS.
app.module ts. Bootstrap component.
Inside bootstrap module it will got app module.
Bootstrap
Correct.
component app module.
Okay. After this, now it will move in the where?
Component dot ts.
No. Now we are in the main.ts file. After that, where it will go?
App.root.
App.module. So first it will enter in the module section. Correct. What it will search here?
Bootstrap component.
This is everybody had revised. BOOTSTRAP bootstrap. What? Module. Already you are in the module. Now it will search component.
Yeah, sir. Component.
It will search component. And which component name it will got here?
App component.
App.component.ts. Fine. Maybe a spelling mistake. Ignore. Yeah. Next, where it will go?
Selector HTML. Yes.
Sorry, not selector. Now, see. This we had written. This is inside app module.ts. So it's searching app bootstrap component. Now we will go inside
app.component.ts.
Correct. So this is the file. Here it will not the ts. I written mistake. This is the file. Now it will enter in that file. component.ts. Now it is in the app component.ts. Now what it will search here? What is the name of that app root?
Selector HTML
Correct.
CSS.
So that is selector.
HTML, CSS.
Selector. After that HTML. After that
HTML.
CSS.
CSS.
After that something means many things will be available. But we will not worry regarding that. Mostly we will focus on these three things. Okay. Then okay. So we getting here selector and then we getting here HTML and CSS. What is the name? See, in the selector some name was there. Correct. That was app root. App-root. In the case of HTML file, what is the name of this complete file?
App.html.
No. App.component.html. Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Will be the file there. What about the CSS? What will be the name of the file?
App.component.css.
Okay. What is the name of the folder? This complete folder. That is app. Correct? Is this correct or not?
Yes.
Look over
Yes,
here.
sir.
This app is there. And inside the app, you will get some file. Be not worry regarding the app routing module. We will check later. But for right now, we can think that inside app modules are there. Means module.ts. That name is app.module.ts. Then component, that is app.component.ts. Then something file is some extra file, that is app.component.html, app.component.css, app.routing module.ts. What is routing module? We will see later. But for right now, HTML, CSS, and TS, three things, and module.ts. So now let's move in the app component.ts. So inside app component, selector is there, and this is the selector. Means with the help of this selector itself, we can where we will navigate with the help of, okay, let it to be.
Sir,
Now,
app root.
yeah, okay, 1 second. We will come on that. 1 second. This HTML, what is the, means who is holding this HTML? As like selector. So what is the name? The name
App.
is template URL.
Yeah, sir.
Correct? So this one holded by template URL. Correct or not? So keep in mind this thing. This is important. See template URL.
सर
Then
आज
what is
मेरे से
another?
इंटरव्यू में पूछ रहा था ये सब
Yeah,
कल
sure.
पढ़े आज पूछ रहा था
Yeah, that's I told now. From the day one itself, whatever we studied, means if you are attending interview, sure they will ask. And see in this page, one question will be sure and short. What is selector? Okay, how you will target any component, means for displaying purpose, how you will make that component to part of your UI. So with the help of selector, we can make this component to the part of our UI. UI means index.html is the main page, correct? So I want to display the content of the app component.html to our UI in the browser. So we will take this selector app root and we will pass there. As like in index.html, you can see we are writing app root. So that like that we are targeting. Okay. So what is the CSS? So CSS will be referred by what is the name? That is a styles URL. Okay. So this one means keep in mind actually this one, that inside app component.ts you will get three things. That is selector. Okay, what is the purpose of selector? For selecting, means for targeting that particular component. With the help of selector, we can target that component. And this is a name actually, app root. This is name of that component. So a template URL, what it will do? It will hold that, means it will contain the address of which one? HTML file.
component.html
Correct? This is HTML file. So that particular component HTML, not anywhere. The particular component. Now we are working with only one component, that is app component. Now we have not any other component. We will look over upcoming, then we will see that more clarity over that. But just keep in mind, template URL, it will keep the HTML file. Means it will hold the address of the HTML file. A style URL, it will keep the address of the CSS file. These three things you have to keep in mind. Okay. After this, what will happen? Once it got we reached up to app component. What will happen next? Because we started from the angular.json file, then we enter in the main.ts, then app module, then app component. What will be next? Now we came here, but we can't display whatever content is written in HTML. So what will be next?
Index.
index.html
Yeah.
on UI.
So next is the index.html. And in index.html, who is the main thing? What is main? Means the main thing. Yeah.
Sir,
So that is app root. Means the selector. Correct. So app dash root. And this will be not written like this. It will be within like HTML tag. Correct. Like this type you have to write. Okay. So this type we have to write. Means lastly, what happened? This index.html, this one, it targeting which one? This selector. Means with the help of this selector, it targeting to this selector. Means on the index.html, whatever data we will get, means this is your UI. So whatever data be getting on the UI, from which component that will come? Suppose now we have only one component, that is app component. So from where that will come? That will come from the app component. How and why? Because in the root index.html, the selector, that is of which component? Now we will tell directly component, that is of the app component. So we will get output here. Which HTML file? This HTML file.
Component.
Is this clear or anyone having doubt? Anything? Any confusion, anything you can ask openly. I will give 1 minute. Go through the picture. Let's see. If you have doubt, you can. No issue? Okay. I think no one having any issue. And why not? We can write here one thing.
Sir, picture है message में already.
ng serve. Okay.
Sir, yesterday
Instead
picture
of
was
app
put.
root, 1 second. What Sweta had written? Sweta had typed some message. Check that.
Instead of
What?
app root, can we change other name?
So what are you thinking?
Question.
So what are you thinking? Others can
No,
we
sir.
Yeah,
change
you
or
can
not?
change, sir.
No.
Yeah, we can change, sir. Yeah, sir.
No.
But same name
Hmm.
as per rule.
Yesterday we had changed or not?
Yes, sir.
Yesterday
Yes.
itself we had seen. We had changed the name. But if you changing the name, then something you have to take care. What you have to take care? What we have to take care? Any idea?
Bootstrapping.
No.
No, sir. In
If
index
if
dot
we are, yeah, yeah, Sweta. Yeah, it's audible, but it's low. Okay, no issue. So see, when we changing the name of this app root, means suppose we adding app hyphen header, something like that. So whatever name you will write here, same name should be available where? How index.html getting that app component? With the help of which one? With the selector. Means in selector, whatever name you will write, same name should be available in that also. Clear? Means this. Yeah. What, Sweta?
Sir, yesterday you changed root instead of root, you changing that root, sir. Can we
Yeah.
change that? Can we change that, sir? Instead of app that root.
Yeah. You can write anything. That's not the issue. But you have to take care when you changing the name. This name, okay, and this name should be same.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
This you have to take care. This both should be same. If it not matching, it will not get the data. That is the thing. Any other question? Anyone having any question? Okay. So today we going to look over the module. Okay. So what we had seen here, module was loading first, and then which one? Module is loading first because module was coming first. Means when we are starting the survey, means ng survey, module is loading first. After that, who was loading? Who was second?
App component.
Component, correct. So that's the, we will not tell app component, we will tell just a component. Okay, that's also fine. So module will be first, then component will be second, like that. So same thing, it's written here. So let's go through the document, you will get more idea. So Angular module, what is known as actually, 1 second, is this complete information of the module? Yeah, okay. So just one time go through the code, what is written inside the module. Now we know that means we have the basic idea regarding main.ts, index.html, component.html, CSS and TS. And then Angular module.ts means, sorry, app module.ts means we have basic idea of module.ts, component also, index.html, main.ts. Now we will go one by one each of the file, because these are all the basic building blocks of the Angular. So we will look over the module section. So what it is doing in the module? So inside the module, what we are seeing, so first up to now, what we know, one component. What is the component? We know one component. What is the name of the component?
App component
App,
HTML.
app, that is app component. No need to tell HTML. If we will telling that app component, combinedly it coming all. That .html, .css, .ts, everything coming in that itself. So we will tell directly app component. Okay. So module, actually, when you writing the module, inside the module, we have to group all the component, routing, something routing are there, services are there. So we will learn that upcoming, that what are the services, routing, these things. But it is, you can tell that module is like centralized, or you can tell that module is like at the top level, that who is going to group all the means all the dependency, everything. It will come, means it will group all the things for who is means useful for the running the project. So suppose that, so see, inside the module we had seen there was one component name, that is bootstrap component. Correct? It was taking that which component you have to load. We was creating that. So same thing. Now come to the material. So what is Angular module? So if in interview they asking what is module, you can explain like that. The building block of Angular application consists of what are the things it consisting regarding the application. So that is component, then template, then directive, pipe, services. These are the building block of the Angular application. As like in HTML, we are writing HTML file, then CSS file. So we can tell that building block of those HTML document. So like that itself, these are the dependency. So we will build a lot of such block created to complete an application. As the application grow bigger in size, managing these block becomes difficult. The Angular provide a nice way to organize this block in simple and efficiently using Angular module, also known as the NG module. Okay, suppose that, now suppose, one second. Yeah, suppose in your application, during a starting time, and if your application is not much more big, so how much file you have? Just a 10 file. Means you can think that a 10 HTML file, 10 CSS file, and 10 JS file. Okay. Now, when you have 10 file, you can arrange anyway. Means you can manage the application anyway in proper way, proper manner. Suppose that you going to create one design, one application, a student management. Okay. Now tell me, what are the page we will kept inside this student management? Already we had done the application. So what are the page we created
Firstly,
already?
Admin.
Admin. Okay. Next.
Student.
Teacher module. Student
Teacher.
module.
Okay. A student module.
Parent.
Parent. Next.
Teacher.
Teacher.
teacher
Next.
module,
Next. Sir, not audible.
department,
Everybody is audible. Lalan, I think maybe some issue. Department. Next.
Service.
library,
Result. Sir.
Library. Maybe some spelling mistake. Ignore. Yeah. Result. Fine. Then navigation bar. Correct.
Then service. About.
Navigation bar, then service, then
About.
about. Means
Code.
just imagine this much we had taken minimum, means some fields, some pages. So this will be separate field, means a page. Correct. So suppose we have admin page, this will be separate. Then here library page separate, then result separate page, then services. So each page have their own HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Means just imagine this is like approximately 10. Okay. Means how many page will be total? Total page 30. Correct or not? Because 10 HTML, 10 CSS, 10 JS. So it become total 30 page. Now, if you will not keep these all pages in proper folder structure, maybe you can manage somewhat. That's not an issue. Means how I telling you, just go to anyone. See here Amardeep folder itself. He had kept inside Amardeep assignment. Then inside the assignment, he had kept a CSS, then HTML, and then image folder. So this you can tell that it is in the build proper arranged manner. Means everything they had kept inside some folder. So if you will ask that I want the assignment, okay, he will go, means you want HTML assignment. He will go inside the HTML. He will give the HTML assignment. If you want that assignment one CSS, means a CSS of that itself. So he will go inside the CSS. He will get the code. So this you can tell that this is in the proper arranged manner. But suppose that same thing you have to create the website, and if you have just a 10 page and a 30, means a total 30 pages came due to that CSS and JS, those all. So 30 pages. So now it is, you can think somewhat that we can manage. If we are not keeping proper also, then also it will manage. But suppose that in place of 10 page, it becomes 100 page. Now just imagine this become 300 page. Now you can imagine how much it will be like a headache to manage your application. Correct or not? If the page name will be not proper, if the variable name is not proper, if it is not kept inside the proper folder structure, then it becomes the complete headache. Means you can't manage your application. That become complete tedious task. So that's why whenever we are arranging, we are creating the website or anything, we have to kept proper. Means suppose admin. So we will create one folder, admin folder. We will kept all the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, whatever related to the admin. Then suppose we created one folder that is a student module. Whatever required dependent on the student, we will kept inside that. So like this way we have to arrange. So same functionality Angular also providing, that is known as the inside the module. Okay, so inside module we can arrange everything properly. So how we can do that? So these blocks is simple and effective using the Angular module known as the ng module. So now look over the code and see here. It helps to keep each feature separately and combined together. Make it easy to maintain the code and make it easy to, who is on unmute? Please don't disturb in the middle. Yeah, so it become easy to maintain the code and it become easy to reuse the code. Reuse means suppose that you created the navigation bar. Okay, navigation bar, and same navigation bar you want on all 10 pages. We had created already, and I want on the 10 pages. So what you will do? You will copy paste on each page. Correct. Same thing we can use in the Angular case also, but we can reuse the code. Reuse means no need to write this on 10 pages. We will write one time. We will take this all or at 10 places. No need to
using
write.
sir like a fruit.
Yeah, with the help of selector, we can access everywhere. So we will see that how we can. But the main benefit or main advantage you can tell, that is the reuse of the code. Otherwise, just imagine if you have navigation bar and the line of a code is 500. Okay, and on each page you want this navigation bar. Means how many time you will write this same navigation bar? 10 time. Means total 500 line of the code, it will came 10 time. Means how much it become? It become 50 into 10. Means it become 5,000. Just without any reason, 5,000 line of code got increased. Means automatic your website goes slow down. Got it? So how we can do? So let's see what is meta tag. Okay, one time look over the Angular. Sorry, module. Where is that? So inside the, so where is that Angular app module.ts? So we will look over here itself. So inside app module.ts, what is the means? Close this one. Don't worry regarding this import section. Okay, we will discuss later. So here, close this ng module. So ng module is the main. You can tell that who going to group all the every element what you want to make the part of the app module. So inside the ng module, some arrays are there. So first array name, that is a declaration. Okay. Second array name is imports. Third array name is the provider, and fourth is the bootstrap. And in bootstrap section already we had seen yesterday. So in bootstrap it will take the component name which have to load first, means bootstrapping. So which component is going to bootstrap first? So app component, because the name of the app component is there. Is this clear in this section? Bootstrap. Anyone having doubt in the bootstrap? Tell me. Then we will move next. Okay. Next, come to the top. Declaration. Inside declaration, we will pass all the component list. All the component list means now we have only one component, that is app component. Correct. And see the naming convention. Each have naming convention with their whether is component, module, or like that itself naming convention will be. So this is app component. So name is the app component. If this will be module, the name is the module. But here the ng module. Here app module is not the name, but you will get there. See this class name, that is app module. So the naming will be also relevant to the file name itself. Whether file is module, so naming will be module. Component, so name will be component. So this become the class name. Okay. So in the declaration section, what we will take? So whatever component we have, it will be list out here. Okay. So in interview they are asking where you will keep all your component in the app module. So you can tell that inside the declaration section. So inside declaration section, we will keep all the component, whatever component we will create later. Right now we have only one component. Okay. So what is component? We don't know, but we are learning first the module. Second, in the import section. So import section, it will take all the modules. Okay. So whatever means who all having naming convention as like module, they will be inside the import array. Okay, because this is the array. So inside the import array that will be available. So browser module, this is inbuilt module, then app routing module, something is there, we will learn that later. But whatever modules are there, that will be kept inside the import section. Okay. Second, providers. So inside the provider, we will write all the services. What is services? We will see later. So here we are passing services. Okay. Here naming convention itself module. Here naming convention itself is component. And inside the bootstrap. So inside the bootstrap, what we keeping? We will not keep multiple. We will keep single, because in one time means first time only one component will get load, and second component, third component, with the help of first component it will load the second, third, like that it will make the chain. But in the starting it will load only one component. So that's why in the bootstrap we will not write here multiple. We will always write only one component name which I want to load first. Okay. And whatever component you have, you will keep all the component list inside the declaration section. Okay. So by default, which is the component, means which is root component, or which is by default component or module. So that is app component, app module. Okay. Means by default, you can tell by default or root module or root component. So who is that? That is app component or app module. Clear up to here? Any doubt? Anyone having? And this import section. So this is address from where you getting that file. That is the address. So let's remove this. I want that again import. I will remove this one app component. So I want to import. So just write import see how you can get easily. Don't write blindly. So first write import. After that, give the parenthesis, means sorry, flower bracket. Then write from. Okay. And after that, give single quote. After that, I start writing dot slash. Okay. You will get the suggestion. So what I want to import the app component. Done. After that, I don't know what I will write here. So here I have to pass the class name. So, but we don't know what is the class name of that. But just do one thing, control a space. You will get automatic. See the class name. This is your class name. That's it. But if you will write blindly, you will not get. Okay. So don't put blindly. Just use the steps. First give the address. Last one. First give the address. Then this one will come automatic there. Okay. Anyone having any issue? Tell me in the module section. Now go to the documentation. Whatever we had discussed,
No, sir. No
same thing
issue.
you will get, but something extra is there. What extra is there? We will see. So next, what is metadata? What is meta tag? What is meta tag?
It define the responsive how to website responsive means it is a
Where
inbuilt
you have learned meta tag?
in head
Sir, in
HTML.
HTML, sir. Metadata it defines metadata.
No, that is not metadata. That is meta tag.
2.5, so where
Sir,
we
meta tag defines metadata about HTML document.
Okay, yeah. HTML document descriptions that help in the digital marketing.
All tags.
That helps in loading our website, means when we searching in the Google, it helping means to reaching our website, to showing my website to that user, correct? Which user is searching in Google, suppose top university. So inside meta tag we are passing those content, those keywords. So with the help of that search engine, comparing with that text, means content in our website, and then it reflecting that as a result, correct? But here metadata is the keyword. Okay, same thing, but there is something different, and it's too important because if you will attend interview, sure you will get. So what is metadata? So metadata is used to decorate a class so that it can configure the expected behavior. behavior. Yeah. So expected behavior of the class following are the different part of the metadata. So with the help of metadata, what it can do, it is going to configure the expected behavior, means how the your component or module will work, or how the component or module will behave. That is going to decide, or that is going to decorate with the help of the metadata. So let's see how you can decide the metadata. So inside the metadata, come to here. Let's move to the component section. Where is that? App component.ts. Okay, so see, there is one at the rate symbol. Okay, at the rate, that is a decorator. Already we know that, I think. So inside that decorator, inside this app component, means at the rate component, whatever you will get here, this all will be known as the metadata. Okay, because this will tell that how your component will behave. On this basis, we will get. So in interview, if they asking what are the metadata, you can tell that inside the component, inside the service, means inside at the rate, what is written here, at the rate component. So inside this, whatever is available, these all are known as metadata. This one module. So what is inside that at the rate ng module? So what are the metadata available here? Declarations, then import, then providers, then bootstrap. These are the metadata. These are the values which is available inside. It may be changed because we have only one file, so it may be changed in the future. But Who is the main? Main is the declaration. Declarations will be always hold component only. Import, it will always hold module only. If you will give another thing, suppose by mistake, if you change the position in place of the component, if you passed module like that, you done, it will give you error. Okay, so inside the component we will look. So these all are known as the metadata. So annotations, these are the decorators. So whatever symbol means whatever symbol, whatever text is written with the help of the @ symbol, @ is known as the annotation, and whatever means whatever text is written with the help of the @ symbol, that is known as the decorator. Okay, these are the decorator at the class level. Class level in the sense at each class. Suppose that this is component class, correct or not? This file belonging to the component. So here you can see that @ component. Clear? Next module. Inside the module @ is there. So that is decorator. So @ng module. So this become the, what is the name of that? @ng module means module decorator. Okay. Whose mic is disturbing? Okay. So each time you will get this. I can show you different, but right now I not thinking that you will get idea. So see, in the app routing module, there is one another @ng module. So this become the module type itself, module level decorator itself. Component.css, no, here you will not get. Component.html, no, here you will not get. Then in the spec file, here you will get. No, here also it's not keeping. Okay. So component.ts, yeah, so that is already available. So what is that? This is known as the component decorator, and because @component, so this is known as the component decorator. And in the app module, this is ng module. Okay, so this is known as the module decorator. So different types is also there. We will get that later. So these are the decorator at the class level, because in each class we had seen this is available inside ng module, means ng module. This is available where? Module level. This is module class. See that app module in the bottom. Class name is module. Next, component. Inside the component there is a decorator. What is the name? That is app component. So these are particularly, these are specific to that particular class itself. You can't write this decorator on the ng module, means in the module page, and module decorator you can't write on the component page. So these are the, that is okay. This is an array. So what it's telling, this is an array, and an example having both @component and @route decorators. Route decorator is somewhere. So both the component and decorator. Following is a sample code which is present in the app component.ts. So we just now we had seen. So inside the @component, the object symbols are there, and inside that selector, template URL, style URL. So these three you can tell that these three are the decorator. There are much more decorator we can add there, but mostly by default you will get these three only. And these are known as the, sorry, this is not decorator, this is the metadata. Inside @component, whatever is available, that belonging to metadata. So by default you will get three metadata only, but you can write multiple metadata is there. You can write all metadata. So what is decorator here? Decorator, what is the name of the decorator here in this image?
Component.
Component decorator, correct? Because symbol, see, you have to keep in mind only one thing, symbol. Wherever symbol, that becomes, that is decorator. And here component, that is the component decorator. And
So
in the, yeah,
what meaning of annotation?
yeah, annotation means symbol. It marking any class as like decorator. With the help of symbol, we can mark any class as decorator. If we want, we can create our decorator also. That is the custom decorator. So how we can create? We can create with the help of symbol, and then we will create the class name and then curly braces. This was the symbol. See, correct. Parenthesis and flower bracket. and after that you can pass your name here. Suppose my decorator name is the test, DEC, like this. You can write your code here. This become your personal decorator. What a decorator will do? You can specify the code. Got it? So with the help of @ symbol, we can mark our decorator. So what is metadata? What is decorator? We had seen these two things. Something is more, just wait. So what is a decorator? Now with the help of @ symbol, we can mark a like decorator. Okay, it taking, and inside the decorator, it taking all the metadata. See this app component.html. So this is your decorator, that is component level decorator, and inside the decorator it taking all the metadata. Same thing in the app module decorator, inside the decorator it taking all the metadata. Correct? Any dot, anyone, tell me. So decorator marks a class as an Angular component and provide configuration metadata that determines how the component should be processed, compiled, and used at the runtime. This is the definition of the decorator. Okay, keep in mind. What is decorator? How you will create the decorator? That is that written. I had shared one page already, means a Google Sheet regarding interview question type. You can check, you will get that same thing there also. So what is decorator and how you can tell that it is a decorator, means how you will create the decorator. So we will create decorator with the help of the @ symbol, and it will contain all the metadata. And what decorator will do? Decorator will determines how the component. See, don't tell that module this that. Mostly we are telling component. Overall we are taking as a component itself. So that's why you can tell that simply component. So it determines how the component should proceed, compile, and use at the runtime. Means how it will compile, how it will proceed for the next level, and then how it will use at the runtime. So example of decorator, there are 4 type of decorator. Okay, so first decorator, class decorator. Inside the class decorator, it coming @ component and @ng module. Means 2 things. One is the component decorator, another is the module decorator. We had seen this both decorator actually in the app component and app module. Second is known as the property decorator. So what is that property decorator? That is @input and @output. You have to keep this thing in mind. Okay, these things they are asking in interview. Method decorator. What is known as method decorator? Host listener. What is a host listener? We will explain, means we will discuss this topic again, but here we had kept that because metadata, this is the main thing actually. Why? Means this is the important part. If we will understand in the starting itself, then we will easily move next. Otherwise you will get always confusion. So method decorator @host listener, parameter decorator @inject. So there are 4 type of decorator. Now we are on the topic. So for more detail on decorator, click here. Okay, decorator part 1. Okay, fine. If you want to navigate there, you can click, you will get that link. Okay, so what is, 1 second, remove this. Otherwise, if anybody will click and edit my file, it become the problem. Okay. Next, what is Angular module? So now we had this, we had understand what is component, basic idea of some component, basic idea of module, basic idea of decorator, metadata, these things. Now we will go some deep in the Angular module. So whatever we had discussed, that was enough. That itself, it is written here. So the Angular module, also known as the ng module. Okay, see this. Why we are telling that as a ng module? Because on the top itself, you can see the name. Line number 7. This is written ng module. So in place of app module, you can tell like that also, but mostly we will tell in app module itself. We will not use that word. So it help us to organize the application in proper manner. Module in Angular refers to the place where you can group the components, directives, pipes, services which are related to the application. What is this all like component, directive, pipe, services? We have not studied anything now, but we know the component. So you can keep in mind that it is a place where we will group all the content, every element. What are the dependency? We will group all the things together, and then we will start proceeding in the application. As during starting itself, we had told who is on the top level. So top level is on the module. Okay. So top module. After that, who will come? And it will come component. Okay. So this type hierarchy is means first is module. Module will contain all the information. Okay. That component. It will come, module will contain all the information of the component. So module will load first and then component will load, because module is containing the information of the component. So with the help of module, component will load. And in the internal flow also we had seen, when we reach module, then it was searching bootstrap component, then it was going to the component. Correct? Same thing going here also. Okay, so it grouping all the component. Next, the first basic structure you meet while coding an Angular in the Is module. So first thing will be Angular module itself. So how to create the Angular module? Before that, just one time go to the module. Yeah. So where it grouping, we using the word grouping. So already we had seen declaration. What it will contain? Declaration section. Hello. In declaration, what it will contain?
Metadata.
Metadata.
Components, sir.
It will contain component. It will group all the component file. Correct. See, this is already written. See, metadata, these all are known as metadata. Clear? These all, whatever written there, these all are known as metadata. But inside the declaration, be keeping some name. Now that app component is written, means it will contain, a declaration will contain the component file. Correct? Inside the import, what it will contain?
Module, sir.
Modules. See the naming convention. Okay, module itself. In the provider, we will write services. I had written here services. And inside the bootstrap, what we will write?
Component.
Component. But which component? Because, okay, we
Those
will write.
components are available in NC module, sir.
No. Here you told we will write component. Fine. In bootstrap also be going to write component, and in declaration also be going to write component. Then what is difference between both? Tell me. See, we already discussed these all things. Now you are in the position that you can explain. So please explain, then only you will get the better understanding. Otherwise, these things itself they asking in interview and they making confusion. So how you understanding, explain, then only you will get better understanding. So what is difference? Because in declaration also you told component we are writing, we are grouping component, and in bootstrap also be writing the component. Then what is difference in bootstrap and declaration?
So bootstrap like a pushing a component on the in HTML page now.
Okay.
Bootstrapping, sir, like so here we can declare, and so we bootstrap know how we know using the ng module, sir.
No, not clear completely. Anyone?
In declaration, can you use other components also?
Okay.
In bootstrap, only one component you can use.
Yeah, correct. So see, what she told? She told that in declaration we can write all the component, whatever component we have. Suppose that just now means still we know about the HTML normal. So we will create one HTML home.html. Next we will create a gallery.html. Next we will create a contact.html. Okay. Now this must HTML file is there. But if somebody telling you, you have to tell me the first page who will be load first. Means we have to tell only one page who will load first. So mostly we are keeping which file? Any idea which page? That is index.html.
Index.
Correct? So which page you will tell? Means who is going to trigger your application? Who will trigger the application?
Index.html.
Index.html only. Correct? So somewhere we will write index.html. Okay? But this all belonging to your application, means this all belonging to your application itself. So same thing we are writing there also in the case of Angular. This will be trigger your application. This will load your page and there navigation bars are available. In this section, navigation bars will be available. Like home, contact, gallery, those navigation bar. And as you will click navigation bar, you will get that page. Got it? Suppose this is home. This is a gallery. So as you will click gallery, means navigation bar, what you will get? You will get the gallery page. Correct or not? So this will be according to that page. But who get loaded first? Which page has loaded first? Gallery, home, which page?
Home.
No,
Index.
index.html. Correct. Only index got loaded and index having this navigation bar. And with the help of the index page, means with the help of this navigation bar, we are loading this page. Is this correct or not? Whatever navigation bar you will click, that page will get loaded. So that is happening here. Same thing is happening there also in our Angular case. So index.html is the main who going to trigger your application. Means what is bootstrap? Bootstrap is doing the same thing or not? It going to bootstrapping your application, means it going to triggering your application. So which page will become here? As like in our HTML type case. Here it will come like index.html.
Index.
Means be writing just example. Here it will come like index.html. But if you will tell that how many pages you have, what all pages you have HTML, you have to group together. So these all will be your HTML page, even including index.html also. So that's why we had written here component. So remove this for right now and take that index. Suppose index is one page. Next, contact is there. Next, gallery. Got my GALLERY, gallery. Is this clear? So whatever page you have, you had made all the page grouped inside the declaration, but you will write in the bootstrap only one page who will be trigger your application. Which page you want to load first, that you have to pass here. It's not compulsory in our case, in Angular case, that only HTML index will be always in the top, or app component or gallery. No, whatever you want. Means I want to load gallery page first. So you will write the name of the gallery here. Got it? Now, is it clear in difference between bootstrap and declaration? Clear or not? I don't know. Nobody is speaking. Let it to be. Okay. So this type we are writing declarations, and this was the difference between declaration and bootstrap. So next, what is Angular module? already we had just now seen. It is the process of organizing. It going to help the organize. It helps in organizing the application. Module will refers to the. It going to group the component. Group the component, directive, pipe, services. What is these all things we will get within one or two class itself. So this type. So next, the first basic structure you meet while coding is the module itself. So how to create our module, Angular module. So for creating the Angular module, we can create the Angular module by decorating it with the ng module decorator. If you want to create manually, you can do that also by the help of this one. Otherwise, if you want to create the module, the command is that ng g for generate, m for module, and module name you have to pass. So how you can create that? So suppose I want to create the module. So what I will do, I will open the application in the integrated terminal. So where you have to open the application, not inside the all file, just on the root, means the top of the application. So this is our top application, Angular project. Okay, so here we will start writing. What is the command for creating a module? So first ng means Angular. We are referring Angular for the ng. G for generate. C for what means C? C for
Component.
component. But we want module, so we will write M. M for module, and after that we will give module name. Suppose that my module is home module, so we will write just home. We will not write home module dot ts, not like that. We will write just home. Click this. And see, take care. Inside the import section, you have just a browser module and app routing module. You will get automatic something here. I'm not going to do anything. Just take care. It will take some time, I think. If it will take this much time, meanwhile, I can sleep also.
Okay, sir, you can say.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, it's told I done. Okay, so see what it done. It created the module. Fine. We got the command, and where it created. Let's see the path. src app, and inside the app home is there, and inside that home module.ts file is there. Okay, let's verify whether it got created or not. So we are in the Angular project. Open src. Src already opened. Open app, because everything you will got inside the app itself, and you can't create anything outside the app. Inside app you have to create. So inside app you got a one folder name, that is home. Correct. Open the home folder. What is written? We got home.module.ts, but what name we had written? See that. See, when we are writing one command, what is going there, what they are doing by default? We had written the name in the small letter HOME. Okay, folder name came in the small home. Inside the home.module.ts is there. Correct. Now come to the this file. What is there? Automatic. It got imported ng module. Something. We had not done anything. Then it imported common module. Some module they imported. Then ng module decorator they added automatic. Okay. Inside this, they added one declaration section. Inside import, they added one import section, and they by default added this common module. Then they created one class name, that is a home module. But what name we had written? And what we had written just only one command, that is ng, g, m, and home. That's it. But by default, they done these all things. Got it? So when you creating by command, it will auto generate some sample code also. Now, suppose you have to, there is one section declaration. What it will keep means what it, which file it will hold. Inside declaration, which file we will kept. Just now we had seen in app module.ts. It's like same. What was the file? App component. Means it will hold a component, correct? So here also we will pass, if we will require some component, we will pass here also. Then see, inside the import section, it containing the module. See this, inside the import section, it containing module, correct? Suppose that now one question is there. We had created this module. I want to import this module inside my app module because app module is on the root, correct or not? On the top, app dot module. This is on the top. Whatever module you will create, that all will be known as the child module. This is known as the parent module. All will be known as the child module. What we had created? We had created home dot module dot, don't write home dot module dot ts, just home dot module. So whatever module you will create, it all will be child module, like this. It will be go on. Okay, so if you want to import this module, if you want to use this module inside this module, how we can do? Any idea? Just hit and try. How we can do? Means I want to pass this module. I want to use this module inside app module. Okay, import.
First of all, we import.
Okay, fine. Let's see. Verify. Import.
The curly braces on.
See, one thing. While writing import, two things you coming. Means on the top you getting import and there is import statement. You can take the second one. Automatic, it will give you proper format. Okay. It will come directly like this. Remove this module, whatever you will get there. After this, dot slash. What you got here?
Yeah.
We got a home folder because
Home,
my
yeah.
module is inside the home. Click this. Then take
After
another. Sorry. Yeah.
after coming in import section.
Home module, it came. Now after that,
Inside the curly braces
curly braces,
and press Control or Enter.
control, you get
Home
automatic
module
home
is
module.
yeah. Inside.
Correct. But suppose
After
that,
we coming line number.
one second, but I want not this one. I have confusion whether what I have to write here. What you can do, you can go in the home module, take the class name, paste here. Where is the home module? Home module is there. What is the class name? Class name is this one. Class name will be always in the bottom. Okay. So copy this class name and paste here. It got. There is no any error. Fine. After that, see the color. One thing, keep in mind, the color of this line is somewhat light gray, but color of these all completely white, means bold. You can tell like that bold. Why this is? Because these all are used, means they had imported and they are using somewhere. But this we had imported, but we are not using anywhere. That's why the color is somewhat light. Okay. So we had imported. How to use? So where we will pass a module, in which array? Declaration, import, provider, bootstrap. There are 4 metadata. Where we will write the module? Declaration. Okay. Let's do inside the declaration. Is there any error? We not got any error. Fine. But this is wrong. Here we can't write module because this will contain app component, means component section only. Clear? If you will run this application, sure you will get error. Yeah, sorry, ng. It will take time actually loading the application also. Okay, but we will not write inside the home module. That is the main thing. So where we will write?
Sir, import.
Imports, because already naming convention. See this. Okay, so we will write inside this section, comma, and home module. So just write a home module this type, or otherwise you can copy the name and paste here. Means you can copy and paste. And after that, Control Alt and Shift. Yeah. So after that, just save. That's it. Means Now you can import now the home module is the part of your root module. Root module in the sense the top level module. Clear or not? Now we had imported the home module inside app module. Means app module is already known as the parent module. So now the home module become the part of the parent module. So this type, now we can pass this home module. We can use the home module anywhere, wherever required. What I was, yeah, one thing. So home module be imported here. Fine. Just do one thing. Remove this export keyword. What are you thinking? Whether we will get any error there or it will work fine. So what happened? Put the cursor. What is giving? Module, home module declares a home module locally, but it is not exported. Same thing we had learned in the case of the JavaScript module, import and export. Here, as you had removed export keyword here, you got error because they are not exporting, because this home module, it is not available on this page. It coming from somewhere. Correct. So first you have to export this one, then only you can use anywhere. That is the problem. That's why when we removed export keyword, it start giving error. Now see, as you written export, it working fine. Clear? So maybe sometime actually what is happening, we are getting mistake, means we are doing mistake. We are not exporting and we are importing. So you will not get that. Just wait. My application get loaded. Okay, so it compiled successful. Now do one thing, hit and try. I don't know that whether it will give error or what. Let's see. Let's save. As you will save, your compiler will get a start. It compiled successful. Means it not given any error. Let's see. Run the program. That also working fine. You will get error later actually. What error is there? No, this Angular compiler before ahead of compiler. Import Angular compiler before bootstrapping. That is different error actually, not that one. Let me remove this one. I think that is due to that itself. Yeah, so see, when we had imported that module inside that section, inside declaration section, that time we was not getting this content also, we was getting one error also. Let's say copy this one and pass and save. Now see, whatever you getting data, app component, color, this, that. Let's see. So you not get that one, you got error there. Okay, so that is the problem. We can't import that there. And what error you getting? Angular JIT compilation failed, not loaded. JIT compilation is a discouraged for produce use case. Consider AOT mode instead. Did you bootstrap using Angular before bootstrapping platform reference? I don't know what type of error it given. Okay, let it to be. But we will not change the position. That is the main thing. Okay, so inside the declaration, we will write the component only. Inside the import, you will write just import, means module section only. And provider, we will write service. Then in bootstrap, we will give the component. That is the overall conclusion of the module. and this way we can create the module, and by default that is app module. So already we had covered all things. Let's go through the document quickly. So minimum one module is compulsory, that is already by default app module.ts. Maximum number, how many module we can create? Unlimited module. As much you want, you can create the module. So ng module, that is means metadata. So ng module is importing from the core library of the Angular. Let it to be what we are doing this thing, import, no issue. Import ng module. So you can think that okay, 1 second. Let you go through that. So see, on the top, we are writing two things. Means it already coming. We not going to write it by default. It coming. So here we are getting that browser module. Here we are getting ng module. In both case, import is there means, and it importing that thing from it writing like that @angular/core. Whenever you will get like that @angular, okay, @angular, it means that is inbuilt package, means Angular having or npm having or wherever means, but that is inbuilt package, that is globally package. But if you return something like this dot slash, means this is from the locally file, because there is no any changes, there is no any difference except this one, correct? So this is the only difference. So with the help of that @angular, it means that it coming from the some packages. When you written like dot slash, means it coming from the locally. So keep in mind. So from where we are going to import module, so we are importing the module from the @angular core library. Okay, nobody will ask, but you can keep in mind from where we are importing. So we never going to import because it will be get by default automatic. So the ng module decorator is a function that takes a single metadata object whose property describe the module. In every Angular app has at least one ng module class, which the standard name is app module and resides in file name as app module.ts. This will be available inside the file app module.ts. So it is the root module of the name of the app, and ng module is a class decorator, decorates with the @ng module. These all things we had discussed. So here declarations, that is first, second, then third, then fourth. There are 4 metadata they are containing. Then declarations array. So inside the declaration array, what we will keep? So here it keeping the component. In the import section, we are giving the address of the import. Whatever content, you can go through that. That's not an issue. It is an array of create component, directive, and pipe which belonging to the ng module. This you can go through that. We had discussed everything. Next, only declarable component, pipes, directives can be added in the declaration array. Means inside the array, declaration array, we will write component, pipe, directives, these all things. When we will create, we will import that, don't worry. So the component cannot belong to more than one module. Means one thing is that when you writing, suppose that here how many module is there? 2 module, correct? And how many component we have still? Only one component, app dot component, correct or not? So if you have one component, app dot component, you can't pass this component here also and here also. Got my point? This is your app component, and this app component you passing to this module also, and you passing to this module also. This is not a correct way. You can't do this. Means in the oops concept, what is that oops? Means what is that one? Multi-level or multiple? Which inheritance? Hello? Which inheritance is this one? Any idea, anyone?
Multi-level.
Multi-level. One level, then two. No, multi-level it will supported. I think multiple inheritance. means
मल्टीपल तो नहीं होता ना सर?
yeah, that I think multiple is not
Hierarchical
supported in OOPS. Multiple is not supported in inheritance.
इनहेरिटेंस में एक बाप का 2 बेटा हो सकता है, लेकिन एक बेटा का 2 बाप नहीं हो सकता है।
हाँ, वही सेम कॉन्सेप्ट यहाँ हो रहा है, क्योंकि ये जो ऐप मॉड्यूल जो हो रहा है, दिस इज नोन मींस दिस इज ऑन द पेरेंट लेवल, करेक्ट, एंड दिस इज ए चाइल्ड, सो इट नॉट पॉसिबल. So the same thing here also, it's not
hierarchical हो
possible.
जाएगा.
Yeah. So what will be that? One second. Yeah. So if you had declared this component in app module, okay, or here, so only one place it should be, whether you are using inside app module or whether you are using inside home module, but you can't use same component in both. This will be not possible. Clear? Means inside any one module, we can't declare same component in other modules, means multiple module. Same thing is written here. The component cannot belong to more than one module. We can write only one. Then import array. Inside import array, what we are writing? We are writing the module. We already seen this. Then provider array. Provider array, inside the provider, we will write the services. We will see later. Declarations are for the component. Inside the declaration, what we are writing? We are declaring the component, directives, pipes. Pipe providers are for the services. Remember, services are global in scope. Services added to provider array are available in injection. This we will learn in that time. No issue. Then bootstrapping in application. We already seen this last one, bootstrap, their app component. So already we had discussed what is entry component, these all things. So inside the bootstrap, we will pass the entry component and we will pass the address. Then bootstrapping in main.ts, already we had seen yesterday. The same thing, it is again given that. No need, because we already discussed it. Then export array, we had seen that. 1 second, where it gone? Oh. Okay, export array. We had also seen this one. If you not exporting, suppose that if we not going to export, we can't access that in the others. So that's why we have to, it is compulsory to export. If you want to use this module, means component, pipe, directive, anything inside the another module, then those have to be a specific there. Then we have to import, export there. Then only we can import. Only those components declared here are visible to other ng module when they are imported, imports in module. So here some structures like Angular module. There are other modules that we will import. Then inside the declares component directive pipe, inside the provider services, these all things we going to export. How to export? See this app module. Whatever we had written here completely, we going to export with the help of the export keyword. So if be exported means this complete file, whatever code is written here, this will be available globally. Anybody can import. Anybody can import and they can use. So this was the module. See, there was just few things only, just 4 line. That's it. What is declaration? What is import? What is provider? What is bootstrap? That's it. How to create a module? What is module? And anything. Yeah, multiple module we can create. So how we can pass that module to somewhere? That's it. Then meta tag. What is meta tag? What is decorator? This much concept was there, but we had taken time due to explanation only. Otherwise, within half an hour, it was enough. Let me stop.